Hello everyone, welcome to my class. To continue with the third chapter of class 10th history, that is nationalism in India. In this video I'll be continuing with the non-cooperation movement. In the last video I have discussed about how the people participated in the non-cooperation movement in the countries, in the cities and towns, right? And what steps were taken by them. Now in this section I'll be discussing about how the non-cooperation movement took a shape in the countryside or in rural areas, how the people participated, right? So let's start the topic now to discuss how the people took part in the non-cooperation movement. They initially lacked the idea that they are fighting against the unjust rule of Britishers. They saw this as an opportunity to fulfill their personal motives, right? Let's take the case of Awadh. Now in Awadh, people or the peasants, the farmers, they under the leadership of Baba Ramchandra fought against the talukdar and landlords. Now try to understand, people or the farmers, they were against the talukdars and the landlords. They were not against the Britishers, because they were suffering because of these people. Mostly the peasants, the farmers, they were working under the landlords' land, and the talukdars, they were the landlords. They both this section, they pressurized the farmers to pay huge taxes to them, right? So they saw this as an opportunity to take a stand against these people, and they were organized by Baba Ramchandra. Now this person led a sannyasi movement in Fiji. Fiji is a South Asian nation, very small South Asian nation. He was there as he was gone there as an indentured labor. Now indentured labor means the Indian people who were taken to a different foreign nation as laborers on contracts, right? So he was once taken there as an indentured labor, and he used to work there. There he organized a sannyasi movement, and when he returned to India in Awadh, he organized this revolt against the talukdars and landlords of the farmers in the non-cooperation movement, right? Now some of the important activities, some of the developments that took place during this time was Awadh Kisan Sabha was formed due to the efforts of Baba Ramchandra and Pandit Nehru, Jawaharlal Nehru, in the year 1920. They formed to organize the Kisan, to organize the farmers. They formed Awadh Kisan Sabha in the same year 1920, right? Now people started indulging in different activities, like they have organized Dhobi Nai Bandh. Means the Dhobi class and the Nai, the washermen and the barbers, they refused to provide services to talukdars and the landlords. They were not giving services to them. They were standing against them, right? So such bandhs were organized in North India. Now workers who were working in the plantations, tea plantation, rubber plantations, which were owned by the Britishers, they started escaping from there, because the workers were not once they were employed there, they hardly got a chance to go back to their villages. So they saw this as an opportunity to stand against the plantation owners, and they started escaping from their workplaces, from the plantations, and they returning back to their villages, their homelands, right, native places. Now in Andhra Pradesh, the tribal people, how they participated, they organized guerrilla warfare against the Britishers under the leadership of Alluri Sitaram Raju. Now this person is a very, very, very important personality. In the Gundam hills of Andhra Pradesh, he mobilized the tribal people. People saw him as a person who's having miraculous power. He was the one who had this power to predict the future. So the tribal people under his leadership, they organized the guerrilla warfare against the Britishers. Because they were oppressed by the Forest Acts. their rights over the forest, their homelands were taken due to the Forest Acts by the Britishers. You have must learned about the Forest Acts in the previous class, right? So they were not allowed to enter the forest, they were not allowed to take the forest products, their rights were taken over the forest. So the tribals, they showed their anger against the Britishers by attacking the British checkpost, forest checkpost, their officers, by burning their documents, records, killing local officers, British officers, right? Now all these things we saw, we have discussed that in cities and towns how the students, middle class women participated, what activities they were involved. In countryside, how the people of different sections they participated, they saw this as an opportunity to end their sufferings, right? Now all these things were happening during the non-cooperation movement. People took active part in this, right? But this movement came to an end in the year 1922 when Chauri Chaura incident took place. Chauri Chaura is the name of a place in UP, Uttar Pradesh, where the angered mob, they set a fire on the police station. Now this led to the killing of 22 policemen, right? And Gandhiji, he was very disappointed with the fact that his movement was in people, in this movement, his movement, people were becoming angry, they were indulging in themselves in violent action, and he was against of violence. So he decided to call off the movement, and the movement came to an end, right? We'll be discussing other features, the significance of the movement. Say this is a very important movement, and many long questions comes on this topic. So we'll be discussing every aspect of this movement. So in the upcoming video, I'll be discussing about the significance of the non-cooperation movement. So please like, share and review, subscribe this channel, and thank you for watching this video.